has definitely been a good amount of hype around this sneaker, and I didn't want it simply because of hype purposes, but I thought the shoe was actually dope. So before we get started with the review, two shoes that I will be comparing against are going to be the Cactus Jack Air Jordan 4s and the White Cement Air Jordan 4s. Starting with the box, you have your classic Air Jordan 4 style box with a major twist, your UNC vibes, and I am loving it because I know something like this is gonna look super dope on the wall with all the boxes stacked next to each other, giving the wall just a little bit more character. So as you can see on the top, you got a white top, a baby blue Jumpman, and a black Flight. Your classic cement print all around the box, and the size tag reading Air Jordan 4 Retro, University Blue, Black, retail $200. Pulling the lid off, you have your cement print paper, and then you got the shoe. Oh, you got the shoe. Okay, first impressions of this sneaker. Yes, definitely well worth the money. So in normal fashion, we're gonna start on the bottom of the sneaker and work our way up, talk about styles, cuts, materials, do a couple comparisons with a couple different shoes, then we'll go over prices, my thoughts, opinions, voting, all those different things. So let's get started. Starting with the outsole, you have a very beautiful Air Jordan 4 outsole with a nice touch of a baby blue hit here on the Jumpman on the center of the foot and on the ball of the foot here at the front end. Working our way up to the midsole, this is where you have the same vibes as the White Cement Air Jordan 4, which I'll show you right here side by side in this photo. As you can see, they are basically identical. Now going to the upper, you have a pretty solid material. I had a feeling that it was going to be a little bit worse, but this gives me similar vibes to the Air Jordan 5 Raging Bull. I feel like those are kind of similar when it comes to materials and everything. So I think these could potentially fall in that similar category of the quality of material that we got on this shoe. If you have never seen or felt the new Raging Bull Air Jordan 5, the material isn't the best, but it's not the worst. And people aren't mad at it. Some people like it, some people don't. I think this color right here is dope. It does look a little bit faded on the red pair, but that's a whole nother topic. We can get into that in another video. But again, overall, I am not mad at the shoe. Now going to the arms and the eyelets and the back tab of the sneaker, you still got those white cement vibes, and I'm loving it. These come with the Jumpman on the back, not a Nike Air. This is not an OG colorway, so I can understand why it doesn't have the Nike Air. Would it look great with the Nike Air? Yes, it probably would, but I'm not mad with the Jumpman at all. Looking at the mesh in the nets right here, you have a baby blue vibe all on that as well. Going to the tongue and the laces, you got the baby blue vibes on there also. Now going to the Jordan branding at the top of the tongue, this is something that has been slightly controversial for some people, and I can understand why. Simply because this tag just flaps out way too much, and as soon as you put the shoe on, I'm sure it's gonna be sticking out. So I can understand why a lot of people are willing to cut that off just to make the shoe look a little bit better on foot. So for those that don't know, Jordan team gear or something like a swingman jersey from way back in the day, they used to have a very similar patch on the bottom of the jerseys, or as you would see it on a Jordan retros or inside the boxes, team shoes, different stuff like that. Since they're calling this something similar to a team shoe with the UNC, so I understand the vibes behind it. I get the creativity. Again, I'm not mad at it, but maybe would have preferred it to be somewhere else. I don't know exactly where else it would have went, but maybe just not right there. But I'm gonna still give you guys an A for effort. Now looking at the shape and the mold of the tongue and simply the mold of the entire shoe is very similar to the OG style with a newer retro twist, how they have been doing it, trying to revert back to the old style. So you got a little bit puffier of a tongue with the flap, with the overlay right here. You got your black mesh behind it with the Jordan brand logoing upside down stitch, a baby blue sock liner, and an all black insole with a baby blue Jumpman. Now I wanna put these side by side next to the Travis Scott 4s, just so you guys can see the differences when it comes to materials, especially the color of the materials, and then obviously color blocking is a little bit different as well. So first things first, I want to point out this shoe right here retailed at $225 and this shoe retailed at $200. So that's going to give you another $25 edge when it comes to premium materials, additional laces or hang tags or whatever it may be that might just take that shoe to another level. So when you're looking at the two shoes right here, if I run my finger across the toe on the Travis Scott, you can see that suede, that nubuck, whatever you want to call it, is very thin, and it looks really nice. You can see the stroke of the finger. Now when I run it right here, it's a little bit nappier. You can kind of see it, but you have to look really close. I'm not sure if it's going to catch it on camera, but you can definitely tell the difference between the two materials when you sit them side by side. So in my opinion, yes, I think the Travis Scott, when it comes to materials and quality, is going to be a better shoe, but at the same time, the UNC might be a better shoe to rock because it might be easier to get dirty and clean up, because when you get these things dirty, bruh, they're low-key hard to clean. So another thing, besides from the material, obviously you can see there is a color difference between these two shoes. Some people like to compare these two sneakers, but again, I think both of these sneakers are very dope for their own reasons, and I would love to have both. Well, I guess I do have both, but you get what I'm saying. I think it's good to have both in your collection. Now, if you guys want to see a full comprehensive breakdown between the two sneakers and really diving deeper into the differences and details and everything like that, I can make a versus video for you guys. Let me know down below in the comment section. Okay, now it's time to talk prices, opinions, and all them different things. So I posted a poll on Instagram to see what everybody thinks, and I wanted to know simply, is this shoe fire or is this shoe trash? If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on IG so you can participate in the polls and see all the results here in the videos. 92% of the people chose fire and 8% of the people chose trash, and I completely understand those results. This shoe is dope, bruh. And as you can tell, I like the shoe. Now let me know what you think about the shoe down below in the comment section. So when it comes to numbers, we have to talk about the UNC Air Jordan 3 first, because I feel like these could potentially fall in that similar category. This one may or may not be worth a little bit more, a little bit less, but I think they could be relatively the same when it comes to time and how far out and everything like that. So the UNC Air Jordan 3 came out and they were going for like $250, and personally I wasn't trying to spend $250 on the shoe, and it came back to bite me because now the shoe's worth like $550. So you understand where that price is going. They started to rise. People realized like the quality of that shoe is really, really nice. The colorway is extremely dope, and it's just a fire shoe. And I think in that shoe, same thing. Over time, people start messing them up, and then they realize like, bruh, I need another pair. Next thing you know, price starts to rise. I think these are gonna fall in that same category. So I'm sure a lot of people felt the same way when they thought about this version right here, and that's why the price was too high before they had came out. People were selling the shoe for almost $1,200, $1,100 and some change. Bruh, that's just way too much in my opinion. And whoever bought those, I feel bad for you, bruh. So time starts to go on, and then the shoe goes down to around $500, and then the shoe actually releases to the public, and now the price is starting to settle around $350, and that's kind of the current market. You might be able to get it for under $300 in a little bit more time, find a deal, but I think that price is gonna slowly simmer, and then start to go back up over time, just like the UNC 3 did. And then next thing you know, we're gonna have a $500-600 pair of shoes. And to think, if you can't spend $1,200 or $1,500 or $1,000 on a Travis Scott Air Jordan 4, this is a good alternative for a lot of people. So to be able to get this for way lower, I think a lot of people are definitely going to be trying to get their hands on these. So if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see a comparison against the Cactus Jack Air Jordan 4s, more in depth, more detailed, let me know down below in the comment section and I'll get that out for you guys as well. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, it feels so good to be back. I'll see y'all in another one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Yo, if you enjoyed this video and you want to make extra money or grow your shoe collection, I want to give you a free video with my 3 tips that were the most powerful that will help you grow your sneaker collection and make an additional $1,000 to $10,000 a month. All you need to do to get this free video is click on the first link in the description or the comment that's pinned in the comment section. That'll take you to a page where you can enter your email address, and I'll make sure that I send you a video right away. And if you enjoyed this video, again, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. My name is DJ. I'm signing out. I got to go. I'm gone. Peace.